guys, we're back. Season 6. We are back together. We are back, baby. We are fucking back.
The duo is
Yes.
back together as one.
We're so excited. I'm feeling rusty, baby.
I think you've got off to a great start.
I'm just feel good to be out of the house. A bit of normality. Yeah.
You sound like a bit loopy.
Yeah, I honestly think I am. I think this is just the sound of freedom. Freedom. Oh, guys, it's good to be back.
Saying freedom, by the way, when Jensen's literally
He's in the next room. But he is with his father, so that's fine. It's
That's
fine.
Well, anyway, welcome back.
We've got new cue cards. If you're looking on
overdue.
YouTube, fancy pensée.
Professional.
And we really hope you've missed us. Although you may have missed me. Well, you've missed us on Spotify or main apps.
Yeah.
But Zozo has still been continuing to graft hard over on Patreon with Zoe and Friends.
Not a single day after this, get over here.
So on Zoe and Friends, you had a guest every single week in
Yeah.
replacement of moi. Would you like to tell everyone who it was?
6 in total. Started off with Carolyn from 1126, who did our lovely studio, bit of personal shopping, personal styling going on.
I loved that ep, by the way. It was really good.
Then I had Megan McGrory, who is a life coach, a bit of personal development. Loved that. I've actually got a session with her soon. Buzzing.
Have you?
Yeah.
I genuinely listened to that and I felt incredible afterwards.
No, I did.
If anyone's feeling a little bit down in the dumps, listen to that episode because wow.
I was high as a kite.
Yeah.
Then I had the girls from Noya Design Studio talking all things interiors. Then I had Jilly Isabella talking pop culture. She really humbled me.
Yeah.
I know fuck
I
all.
listened to that and I was like, wow, Zoe, come on.
But that is a good episode.
It was really funny. I loved every second.
So good. Then I had Reese Donnelly talking all things apprentice, life on TV, just a bit of chat really, bit of banter.
You two used to be really good friends, didn't you, back in
Yeah.
the old day?
Yep. Then I finished off with Cass G from
Yeah.
Clyde One, talking all things radio and then just a bit of life chat.
She's an icon because you went to an event with her whilst we were off for Women in Media, didn't you?
Yep.
For
Did
the
a panel
pod.
talk.
Well done.
It was good. I felt like I'd fucking left my left arm at home. Well, I said right arm because you go on the right.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think you did a great job. I heard you were amazing. Right, I thought what would be really cool was to start this episode because I appreciate that there may be some people dipping their toe into a lot on your plate. You might be new, or you might have been a bit rusty and you're just checking back in and you forgot who we are. So I thought we could just do a little recap about us and the pod. Just let's do like a little 2-minute timer. Countdown noise. Go. Right, my name's Jess.
I'm Zoe.
And we've been friends for about 7 years.
It must be longer than that.
Well,
No, I think we're going into the 8th year.
Apologies, it absolutely is. I think we've been friends for about 8-9 years.
Yeah.
We met each other at Quiz Clothing, which is a company based here in Glasgow. So we worked in the marketing team and I worked in the international department. We became close on a work trip together in New York.
The Big Apple.
Yep. And we've been inseparable since pretty much.
Love it.
There's about a 6-year age gap between us.
Can you tell?
I'm from England.
I'm from just outside Glasgow.
And I started my social media page, Just Yes Food, and Zoe was in marketing at the time. I asked her to help me with a little bit of bits in terms of like management. So then Zoe then became my manager. Zoe then left her full-time job. I feel like I'm speaking for you here.
Okay,
I
I'll
know
take
you
on.
well enough.
So I'm Jessie's manager. I also have a marketing agency, would we say, even though it's only me, Quinn Management, and now we've got the podcast together.
We've had a pod together for 3 years. And it's coming up for a 3rd birthday in July.
That is, can't believe it.
I can't believe it. We've had a few different studios, but we're now here based at Up Next Studios in Glasgow with the lovely guys here, Murray, Alan and Graham. Yeah, our studio, we absolutely freaking love it. It feels like cozy home.
It does.
You can watch us on YouTube and we're on Spotify, Apple, all the main platforms.
Yeah.
And we also, 2 years ago, started Patreon, which is where our side dish episodes are, which are on a Friday. So this episode's out on a Tuesday and we have extra episodes out every single Friday. And they are now over on Patreon, which is our member subscription platform. We have an amazing community of girls on there that are true gorgeous fans. And you could go over there and listen to these episodes ad-free. And there's lots of other extras like monthly competitions. You have vlog style content. We have a group chat with everybody can talk about lots of different things. Like it pops off all the time with recommendations. And obviously you get the extra episode every week, which we love. And we really dive into products of the week, people's dilemmas. It's a really good, fun place where we feel like we can relax a lot more.
It's lovely. You also get exclusive access to events over there before anyone else. And this season, we're going to be bringing you a lot more discount codes, offers, deals of places that we are maybe visiting, working with. So that'll be good too.
Yeah. Anyway, was that 2 minutes or a bit over?
Probably over.
Knowing me. Right. Zoe, what can we expect from season 6?
From season 6, we're going to have new guests. Think skincare. Think air fryers.
We hope.
That's quite a big hint. Think fashion. Just about everything, really.
And if there's anyone you ever want on as well, please message us and see, because we can see what we can do. I think people lack with that. We asked that last season, but we want to know what you want to listen to.
Absolutely,
this
it's
podcast
for you.
Belongs to you now. So.
We're going to have more events, which we're starting planning soon, which is fun.
Can I just say, I think we're really good at them.
I think we're really fucking
and
good at them.
And the one that we've got coming up is, you lot have asked for this, and we're doing it. And it's going to be really good.
And it's also quite soon.
Yeah. July.
By the way. July.
Yeah. Keep it free.
We're also maybe going into a bit of vlog style content in this season because we bought a new camera. I say a new camera. We've never had a camera, apart from the guys' cameras, obviously.
But Zoe's wanted this camera for so long, and it was out of stock, wasn't it?
Out of stock. It's like the DJ Cosmo or something it's called. But we just thought for a monthly specials it would be much better to use a camera. If we're going away places, we can vlog it a bit.
Yeah.
Put some more on Patreon. Maybe put some out to YouTube.
Yeah, we could do.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how we feel being vloggers.
But last month on Patreon, Zoe did a whole vlog in Paris with her trip with Jason. And we also did a vlog to spend a day with us when we had a few meetings. That was about 4 or 5 weeks ago now, 4 weeks ago. So we did the whole day, and you guys seem to love that. So we definitely will do a lot more of those things when we are together.
For sure. We're also starting a really exciting monthly newsletter, which sounds boring as fuck when you say it like that. But it's going to be like cool wee email. It's going to be a roundup. It'll be cute, don't worry.
No, it's going to be cute, and only once a month.
Chaos. The chaos is back. No, don't go into fat giggles. We can't get out of it. I'll keep talking. Monthly newsletter, right? It's going to be cute. It's going to be gorgeous. You're going to love it. It's going to be full of items we've spoken about and recommended, clothing links, beauty links, restaurant.
Yeah, anywhere we've been, we can give you the Instagram handles.
Everything.
Yeah, just because the DMs on we obviously both have our own Instagrams and businesses and that to sort. So when we're replying to you guys, you're like, oh, can you link me that? We feel bad because we can't get back to everybody. So I think if it's a roundup newsletter, you'll have everything in one email.
Absolutely,
I think that's a really cool idea. I've never seen anyone do that before.
No, me neither. Not podcast-wise, anyway.
No.
I think it's just trying to keep it easy for you guys to refer back to things we've discussed and products we've recommended and things, because we obviously say it on here, and as soon as you've listened, as soon as we listen, we forget to.
Yeah, like, what episode did they say that? I'm like, I don't know, I can't remember.
I know, exactly. So that'll hopefully help with that and let you guys kind of shop our looks more and visit places we've been and blah, blah, blah.
You guys, it would really, really help us if you could support us whenever you listen to the podcast. So please share with your friends. Please share on Instagram or what platform you use. Tell a friend, send to your WhatsApp friends, group chats, and just try and spread the word far and wide. And yeah, it would really help us grow this podcast even bigger, and we can offer bigger and better things.
Absolutely. So things that have happened since we've been gone.
Right, you go for it, because I feel like I've been in a dungeon hole.
You probably still know more than me.
Yeah, go on them.
She didn't mean that, Jensen. I hope you didn't hear that there, son. Right. TikTok was banned and unbanned in less than 24 hours in the US. Bizarre.
Attention seeking.
Topshop returns.
Wow.
Is it a store? Is it a website?
They're really
I think it's a website.
us.
Unsure. There's been about 45 plane crashes and I'm terrified.
Why?
Unsure. If anyone's got the answer, please hit me up. The rise of supermarket fashion.
We need to talk about this. We're going to talk a bit more about fashion trends and stuff more in each episode as well, because you guys always ask, well, what outfits we're wearing, but also it's quite cool to see what's out and about.
Absolutely.
Because trends are constantly changing. But yeah, interesting.
Love it. Jamie Lang's ultra marathon that actually turned the nation into greeters.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with that.
Were you? See, I wasn't, but
Loved it.
but cute.
Tommy and Molly are back together.
Well, we saw that happening.
We knew
didn't
it was happening.
Yeah.
Coachella, Influencer Olympics are happening
back.
right now.
Some of the outfits I'm seeing are tragic.
Who can be arsed?
Terrible.
And last but absolutely not least, not a massive thing whatsoever, but you had a wean.
I had a kid.
You've brought a human into this world.
Yeah. It's been quite something.
So tell us, how's it been? What have you been up to?
I'm a mother. I'm a whole mother.
Let's everyone give a congratulations to Jess.
Yay! So guys, I had a little boy and his name is Jensen River Tate. He is 8 weeks old tomorrow, sorry. And it's been absolutely amazing. And if you've been on this crazy journey with me, you never would have thought those words would have come out my mouth. But I'm here for all the positive vibes around motherhood. Honestly, I just think it is the most challenging thing I've ever done. Mm-hmm. The birth was challenging, pregnancy, everything. You've been along the journey with me. But it really is amazing. It's magical.
You're smashing it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I am smashing it. I just feel like it comes to you naturally. And that's one thing I shared on the pod, was that I was really worried about, will I know what to do? Will I be good enough? And you do. You just know.
Yeah.
I think, anyway. I'm just doing the best that I can.
Well, he's having a bloody great time, so...
Yeah, well, he's not.
So.
That's another whole thing.
No, but it is healthy and happy. He's just having...
Yeah.
Baby issues?
Is it called issues? But I have shared a little bit about it on my Instagram. But if you are new and just listen to it on the pod, Jensen does have reflux and tongue tie. And because I had an emergency section, something that I've really been quite aware to now is... There's a lot of issues with babies that are emergency section. It seems to be quite a similar thing. And he has a really, amazing head control. Should we just say I thought he was going to be doing a fucking burpee when he was coming at me. I was like, wow, that kid's strong. Takes after his dad.
Richard was like, fucking yes, son, come on.
And then I thought, actually, no, this isn't normal.
That's not good, yeah.
So, he is seeing an osteopath. And, there was a lot of tension because I had a very long labour. However, I don't want to go... I actually would love to go into it a lot on here. But I'm going to do my whole birth story at home in front of the camera in my safe space because it's a very intimate and long, it was a very long labour. Mm-hmm. And I just think I'll feel more comfortable speaking about it at home with a cup of tea, with Jensen. Richard can maybe pop on camera and I'll do that and I'll post that on Patreon. I did promise that for the Patreon piggies as well. But I think if you go over there, I'll post it and I can be as long as I want and... Yeah.
Love it.
It's just, it was absolutely incredible. And I had Lindsay from hypnobirthing, my hypnobirthing teacher, Lindsay, as my doula. It was a last minute thing. Richard treated us to that. And it was honestly amazing experience. And
you did feel that was really worth it, didn't you, having her there?
I have nothing to compare it to. But
true.
It was wonderful. Amazing. I was on a high for 2 weeks after, and I think now, and I suppose a lot of mums will be able to relate, when there's a newborn thing, the high goes. Reality kicks in that this baby ain't going back. And
he's here to stay, by the way.
He's here to stay, and it's intense, especially when they cry a lot. Mm-hmm. And I'm having a lot of issues. I had a bit of issues with my health visitor, and I was back and forth with the... paediatrician, lots of things, trying to get this resolved. And we're slowly seeing light at the end of the tunnel. But for a good, I'd say between 6 and 7 weeks, which was a week and a half ago, I was really emotional. It really got to me. And I thought I was being so strong and everything was being amazing. Then I thought, actually, no, something isn't right. And it's relentless. I'm tired. But, guys, you just get through it.
But what I mean by saying you're smashing it as well, you have issues along the way, but so will everyone, right?
Yeah.
But also, you're out and about, you're still living life, you're up, you're dressed, you're ready. Mm-hmm. Things can be a lot
I'm shocked
worse.
myself at that, because you see a lot online where people say, I don't leave, I don't...
Exactly,
I've had people message me saying, how do you have the confidence to go out? And I don't have the answers. He is happier out the house. I don't know if he's restless, but I really struggle staying in the house. He just is. I feel like I'm feeding, sleeping, crying, feeding, sleeping, crying. It's like a continuous 3 thing all day. It drives me insane. I get him in the pram. He's fast asleep straight away. In the car, asleep. And
also, when you're out and about, even if he is still a wee bit unsettled, like you're kind of distracted by maybe being with a group of people or eating a meal in a nice restaurant or just even out a walk around town or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas, as you said, in the house and he's unsettled, it's like you're stuck in your wee box.
Exactly.
So it probably drives you a bit mental as well.
Yeah, definitely. And me and Richard are spending every Thursday together on his day off now and Sunday. And we're making it our mission to go through all of my Glasgow hit lists.
Love it.
All the places I want to eat. And we've really ticked off so fucking many, guys. I can't wait to share it with you because I've ate some in some incredible places. But a few people have said to me, can you share pram-friendly places?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even look into that. I just book and I write in the notes, can I have a table please suitable for a pram? And everywhere I've been, everyone's been so accommodating. The table's been big enough to fit a pram.
Mm-hmm.
I just crack on with it. I just go.
That's probably why people struggle, because they're overthinking, like, will there be enough space? Will I have access to a changing room? All that. But see, if you didn't, you'd make it work.
Car parking, where do you park? I don't know, just drive there and park.
We do kind of just bunk the cars up though, I think. Whereas people are stressful drivers, I just pop the car anywhere I can.
I don't know, I just park it in a space. I don't get it. Sorry if I'm being insensitive,
but people do overthink, and then I think especially when you bring a child in, it's like, well, what if I need this and they've not got it? Or what if I can't park that close, I need to carry them in? Exactly. Just be organised.
Yeah.
If you're organised and smashing it, trust me, you can do it.
Anyone can do it.
Get your way out, you can handle it.
Yeah, so I do think I'm doing all right. But like I say, we can talk about this. We've got the whole seasons. I can talk about you. What's been a lot on my plate, and I'm sure there's going to be something different every single week. But so far, I'm really loving it. I don't know what I was worried about. He's incredible.
He world's cutest baby, I think maybe.
I think maybe. But am I biased?
No, I told you straight away when you sent the first picture, he was a cute baby. I would have told you if he wasn't.
Yeah. I honestly think he's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
And anyone who speaks to me, obviously, the first thing they say is, how's Jess?
Yeah.
Which is a bit rude, but whatever. And then they'll say, he is the most gorgeous baby boy. And I'm like...
Don't they?
Yes.
And then I'm like, are you just saying that?
No.
But I do think he's perfect.
No, he is
don't
perfect.
We all just think that about our children, though?
I don't know because I don't have one. But no. I do think if I had an ugly child, I would say they were ugly.
No, you would never!
I think I would.
Messages if you think your child is ugly.
With picture, by the way, we'll let you know if they are or not.
Yeah, let's do it. So to round that up, I'm really enjoying motherhood. Richard is smashing being a dad. He's being extremely supportive to me. And that's probably one thing I should say. I have a guy that is allowing me to have an hour a day for me. And that has been game-changing. He takes him for a walk, and in that time, I can shower, I can brush my teeth, I can make myself breakfast, and just get my shit together.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah. And I know that it's hard for us because we don't have that family support around, but when I say hard, it's not been, because we've got each other. And I think when you both put the work in, we can, we have our times where we say some... awful things at 2
Richard did just tell me that you're in a fallout.
Yeah, we are in a fallout right now. 3 in the morning, we say some awful things.
Of course.
It's like, because you're tired.
It doesn't count, no.
No. And this morning, he had a little bit of a row because he came in and said to me, that I hadn't made the bed. And I'm like, because I'm looking after... Yeah, so he needs to come... Listen, he's come to me to work with me for the first day, and he's looking after Jensen out there and working on his laptop. That's what we're going to have to do.
Absolutely.
We're just going to have to do what works for us in our situation. Okay.
I mean, I'll help any time, but I just don't have the boob, unfortunately. I mean, I've got 2 boobs, but nothing comes out them.
Dust. Poof.
You can give it, it's tried.
He did try. He's like,
oh. You can give it a go, but you won't be satisfied, unfortunately.
Yeah. By the way, breastfeeding is a whole other situation. It's quite intense, and I really hold my hands up to anyone that does it. But I'm really giving it a good bash. And
absolutely. You're giving it a great bash.
Yeah. Something I never, ever thought I would do either. And it went from 2 weeks to 2 months. And I'm exclusively breastfeeding. I'm pumping though. Is that classed exclusively? I don't know. But
I've no
he takes a bottle, great. And so far that I have no intention to stop.
Love it.
Hopefully the tongue tie sorts it and we will have got past this hard hurdle, but we've had our challenges. So any girlies out there or mothers that are attempting to breastfeed or doing it, you're doing amazing.
Hats off to you.
You're doing amazing regardless.
A TikTok the other day, actually, I don't know if I sent it to you, I meant to, and it was something about breastfeeding. It was like, basically you run like 5 marathons a year or something.
Yeah.
The equivalent of.
calories make me skinny. Honestly.
I thought these women don't get spoken about enough.
Because you feel like you can't do anything. Especially if your baby doesn't take a bottle. I can imagine that being really tough.
Yeah.
Like they actually refuse to take it. So then
Because they're used to the nip.
And if you're not confident feeding in public, that could be another thing. That's a whole other thing, isn't it? And why is this something that's the most natural thing in the world mostly the hardest?
Because
it doesn't come easy to women at all.
The public thing is because people have sexualised boobs, obviously.
Yeah.
So then
definitely.
it's like weird to get a boob out.
But even like some babies don't latch on properly. You can't get enough milk. There's lots of things, lots of factors about it. But yeah, it's a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. So we'll go into more of that over on Patreon though, definitely.
Anything else you've been up to you'd like to tell us about?
Yeah. So I would like to talk a little bit about some of the restaurants I've been to because they're definitely worth shouting about. Ox and Finch is back open. This is for the Glasgow girlies, by the way. But if you are from anywhere else, you need to come to Glasgow because the food scene is out of this world. Ox and Finch is back open after a great refurb. I went the other day.
Oh, has it been all refurbed? I didn't know that.
So it's been shut since Margot and Seb's opened.
Right, okay, I didn't realise that.
The chefs went over there, set that up.
Right, fair.
Ox and Finch had a nice revamp. They've got outside
Love it.
seating now, which is a sun trap.
I've never been there, by the way.
What?
I've never been to Ox and Finch. Can you
Probably
believe
because
it?
you can't ever get a reservation. It's impossible sometimes.
Must go.
Lunch reservation though, gorgeous. Really nice. I had this spinach. It's like a pesto gnocchi with goat cheese and pistachios. It was outstanding.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, it was really, really good. We had the steak, the chips. It was amazing. I then also went to a place called Caesar Social where you were invited, but you pied me off the last minute.
I was on cookie duty,
Yeah,
sorry.
Cookie wasn't too well, was she? Bless her.
No, she had the shits.
Which is very similar to like Errol's Pizza, if you've ever been there, the best pizza in Glasgow. But it's a really cool spot on the south side. Bring your own booze. Really cool thin crust pizzas. Big Caesar salads. Really good value for money. And they also sell that La Gelatessa ice cream on the dessert menu, which is another iconic place in Southside. Then, Outlier. Yes, am I saying that right? Because the girlies took the piss out of me last time for saying that wrong.
I think I would say Outlier, but
Yeah,
I think
that's wrong.
Or I think
Outlier?
Or
Anyway.
accent, unsure.
And one of my favourite brunch spots in Glasgow for really good coffee and just good baked goods. Very interesting brunch
If anyone
combinations.
just likes a rolling tatty scone and square sausage, by the way, it's maybe a bit too edgy for you.
Yeah, it is edgy hipster vibes, but I love that shit. And they have an evening menu, which somebody told me it's really good value for money. Again, bring your own booze. So I walked in, took Jensen, and my friend came along as well, and Richard. Music was pumping. I got a reservation 15 minutes before I got there at 7:45, because people don't know about doing evening dinner, by the way. The music was absolutely pumping. It was like Ibiza house music. It was so cool. I was like, wow, candlelit, just cool, edgy shit. Richie went across the road and got like a beers and wine and shit. But what I will say is the menu changes every single month. It was very chefy. I believe the chefs have come from Brett.
Right, okay. Mm-hmm.
And even me looking at the menu, I was like, ooh, there's probably...
What is any of this?
That, and there's probably one thing that I'll eat on here.
Right.
However, I just went for it and it was all very delicious, but quite small portions. Again, very chefy. But if that's your thing and you're a real foodie, you're going to love it. And I'm sure that the menu changes every single month. Richard had the lamb and he said it was excellent. Right, 2 more to tell you. Haylin Canteen. Another brunch place that I've wanted to go to for ages, and I'm so fuming at myself that I hadn't been before. It's at the very top of Dumbarton Road. It is, without a doubt, the best brunch menu I have seen. Sorry, the most interesting brunch menu that I've seen in a long time. The guy lived in Melbourne, and you know the Aussies take brunch very seriously.
Yeah.
And the stuff on there was amazing. You'd have loved it, Zoe. Honestly, you would have loved it.
Is this the place that's shutting?
Yes.
I can't believe it.
And they do these things called cheese on your potatoes. But yeah, they announced that evening that he was closing after so many years. And I don't know why, but I did see a post from him yesterday saying he's trying to work things out. There's going to be investors. Something's happened, I think, on a maybe personal level.
Can we get involved or what?
Yeah,
Let's keep it alive.
Can we all keep getting like this? Honestly, I think they will. And I messaged him saying, I'm absolutely devastated to hear this. Like, that was amazing. And he's like, I'm trying to see what I can do. But I think something has happened.
Maybe it's been a partnership. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Business things.
Another really good place to go for a nice lunch is Gloriosa. I went there for their new spring menu. They do 20% off Tuesdays and Wednesdays evenings. I went in the lunchtime, so I didn't get that offer, but gorgeous, spring, light salad vibes, nice to sit in the sun in Finniston. And then I also went to Lobo again in Southside. One of the best there is. Honestly, such an unsung hero.
Did we go there for a drink one time?
No, we went to Luna, which was round the corner.
Oh, yeah.
So that's all my top places that I've eaten in the past few weeks. And I'll share a lot more of that on JJF, but I wanted you guys to hear it first. That was guys/girlies. Guilies.
Love it. Guilies.
Yeah.
Hello, Guilies.
Hello, Guilies. Right, Zoe.
I was saying this to Jess before we came on, right? There's something about asking someone what they've been up to for them to tell you that they've had a wean. And then somebody asking the question back and having a wee list of things that they've been up to. Do you know what I mean? It's quite insignificant in this life. However, I'll tell you anyway.
Yeah, you all
because I need to play my part in the episode. Do you know what I mean?
So I'd much rather hear your chat than mine, honestly.
Well, something that I did was I got a wee tattoo in my arm, right? And I don't know if anyone's noticed it. It was quite impulsive. Obviously, that's just...
I don't think I know this.
I don't think I spoke to you about this tattoo. Can only apologise. Quite impulsive.
I thought it was a G.
It's a 9, right? This is what I was going to say. If anybody wants to tell me that's a 6 or a 9, not a 6 or a G, it's a fucking 9, okay?
Right.
It's a 9 and it's my lucky number. It's never brought any luck to me, but hopefully one day it will. Okay, get a new tattoo.
Like that. That's cute.
I think, try to be edgy maybe, I'm not sure.
I think it's cute.
I went to Paris with Jason.
Again?
Full vlog on Patreon.
Yeah.
That's the second time I've been. Loved it so much.
No ring on your finger?
No ring, guys. I asked Jason if he was proposing and he said we don't get along enough. So I was like, all right, okay. I'll just go back my box then.
Honesty.
We did put a lock on the bridge though for the second time, so I feel it's just the same.
Is that still there? I thought that had to be taken down because it was too heavy.
I think they maybe just replenish every so often. But nothing will annoy me more than not being able to find it now. Like, see if it's still on there, how do you know where it is? Because you can't mind where you put it. Anyway, you can see it when we got up to Patreon, but we had a gorgeous time. I just love Paris so much. And something that's really important for me to say here is, I'm not a Disney adult, okay? There's Disney adults that go to the airport with their hats and ears on.
And they have like Disney tops.
They've got matching Disney tops. They've got backpacks. They spend 5 days at Disneyland Paris.
Why are you saying this? Has somebody called you Disney
Few
adult?
people replied to me saying I did not be down for a Disneyland adult. And I thought, whoa.
I thought people love Disneyland. I love Disneyland.
If you
I
can't
haven't
go,
been since I was a kid though, but...
If you can't go to Disneyland for one day and have a good time, then you're just boring. You don't need to be a Disneyland adult to enjoy it, okay?
Isn't there like adult shit there? Like rides and that?
There's rides. I just, honestly, I know that I'm quite... What's the word? Not very, let's say, magical, right? You know, Disney and all that. And my feels. See, walking through there when you can hear all the music and all that, it's fucking gorgeous.
Nostalgia, I think.
You need to be able to enjoy that in this life.
Childhood. Yeah, I agree.
And
I love Disney.
I put yours in my head.
One of the most exciting things I can't wait for is when Jensen's like 2, 3, and I can actually sit and re-watch all the Disney films with him. I can't wait.
Is this a good time to tell you don't need a child to because I do that at least once a week.
Absolutely, but I mean, it's a good excuse to have it on the television all the time.
It's a good reason to do it and not think, is it weird that I'm watching this at 28 years of age?
Exactly that.
For the 10th time.
Exactly that.
Anyway, so I'm not a Disney adult. No one stress out about that. I just can have a good time.
Yeah.
I think that's fair enough, but the rides did make me feel sick. Anyway, Quinn Management is a rebrand.
Gorgeous. So cool.
I'm trying my best to be visible.
Be a boss bitch.
I think it's just hard when you have a few different pages, like your own pages, podcast, and then your business to remember and do stuff in them all.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to then cross them all over as well.
Yeah.
I feel like with the pages like podcast and my page, my 3 pages, even my personal, it's like which one do I post on? Because it's all very similar, crossover. Yeah.
And I think with businesses, I love seeing a bit of like the owner or the staff's life. Yeah. So I want to do that, but then it's like you feel like you've spoke about it on here or you've already posted it on your personal and then you're trying to put it in your business and you're like, does anybody care? Or if everyone's seen it? So we're trying to be better at Quinn Management. So that's for this year, okay? I've been busy doing Zoe and Friends, which we spoke about. I went to a House of Gods event the other night.
We haven't discussed this.
That's the first time I've been in that hotel.
Right.
Never been in Edinburgh one either.
Even the rooftop?
Never been in the rooftop, no, nothing. Not even blinked at it, right?
So I went to the opening a year ago and you went to the 1 year birthday.
Yeah. And it was a really good night, but is it weird there? Do you know what I mean?
Bit seedy.
Yeah, but like, kind of like it.
Yeah, but that's the whole point though.
I know. But basically what we went in and everyone was just down in the reception for a while getting some drinks and there was a photo booth and blah, blah, blah. And then we went up to the rooftop and had drag queens.
Yeah.
Doing performance.
Because they used to have Casablanca in Edinburgh next to it.
Yeah,
which
so
was
it's
the drag queen place.
It's the group of them that did it in there.
Okay.
So they were doing some performing for us.
Yeah.
But the way that me and my friend Krista were sitting was as if we were like the judges of the stage.
No.
So that was really petrifying because I thought
There's a
if
stage.
someone, no, they were just like in the middle of like kind of dance floor vibe,
Okay.
but like we were right there. I thought if someone pulls me up, I will die.
And then I
was
saw
fine.
that you were in a hotel room with a DJ, Ben's.
Yeah, so they had that going on up in the rooftop, right? DJ and all that with the drag queens. Then, which by the way, they can fucking move.
In those stilettos.
I know, some bodies on them as well.
Slay.
Good on them. Then there was a random room on one of the floors that Bems, a DJ, was in.
Gorgeous, love him so much.
That was absolutely popping off in there. It was like boiler room vibes.
Wow.
It was fucking roasting as well.
Was a lot of
Quite
people in
sweaty. Not loads, but I think it's because it was too warm. Like it was so warm.
All right.
And that was just in a bedroom. So I think it must be like a kind of bigger, maybe
So it
like
was
a
like
suite.
every single room just open just for people just to dip in and out of.
There was also guests in the rooms, by the way, like who were staying there who had nothing to do with this. They just had dedicated a few different rooms to different parts of the event. We then had in another room on another floor a singer, Ben Walker, who was lying on a bed with his shirt and trousers on, all smart with his guitar, just singing away acoustic.
Amazing.
I mean, Chris, I just sat at the edge of the bed and listened to him for a bit. My glass of champagne. It was so well thought out.
Yeah.
And
Mike, who owns House of Gods, though, is so good like with stuff like that. Though.
Yeah, it was because I was a bit like, what's this going to be like? And I wondered who would be there and if I would know anyone.
Yeah.
And
Did you know anyone?
Our old manager Becky was there, so I chatted to her.
Was she?
I knew a couple of people, but it wasn't like influencers.
Yeah, he's not like that.
It's
at
more
all.
like industry,
Yeah.
like artsy.
Yeah.
I felt extremely uncool. I was just kicking
you
about
didn't.
like, and the toilets.
They are the best in there.
That's
The music.
the trippiest thing I've ever
I love it.
witnessed. Well, the mirrors and the doors, and you're like
Was
that.
the music really pumping loud?
Yeah, the music was pumping
Yeah.
loud in there as well.
He wanted it to be a bit like high toilets.
I loved it. And do you know what? I don't know if I would have stayed there before, only because I thought all the rooms were really small, dark, no windows. But
They
they're
are
not.
in Edinburgh.
Right.
Yeah.
But the ones that I went into with the music and all that was happening, big massive windows and everything in there, so I would definitely
I would love
stay.
to stay there, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Edinburgh one, I stayed a couple of times. And basically, I stayed first in lockdown when they do that, was it Fuck Me Like I'm Famous or something package, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was amazing because at the time when you couldn't do anything, you could stay there and they would bring you the cocktails to the room. And it just felt like a really good experience when you haven't done something like that for ages.
Yeah.
But I could imagine now I wouldn't enjoy that because I'd want to get out and about in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rooftop was gorgeous. I haven't heard good things about the food there. I didn't know they did food, but apparently they do food.
I didn't know they
on the
did food
rooftop.
either.
But,
Well, there was no food kicking about, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, was there not?
No. Unless I missed it. They did say there was a big massive table with loads of birthday cake on it, but I also missed it.
Oh, I saw pictures of that actually.
Raging.
Yeah, really cool. Last year they had LF sound system, is it? All you see is pain in front of passion and a look in your eye. Yeah, yeah. They were DJing. Really cool. Loved it.
Love it. And honestly, I feel like that's really all I've been up to.
Sounds like fun.
I got a new car.
I was about to say, I just saw that out there. It's gorge.
It's nice, isn't
It's
it?
so nice. By the way, lol at your number plate.
It says MUA makeup artist. I've actually got a plate that I think I'll put on purely because I don't want people thinking I'm a makeup artist.
Guys, what's your thoughts on private plates? Can we hear them?
Do you know what I think? I think this is where Scottish and English people differ again.
Okay.
Because I think up here, I could be so wrong by the way, and I'd just be so uncool, but I think up here it's quite common to get a private plate. Mm-hmm. Like all my friends got them for like 18th birthdays and all that for their cars. That's what I got.
I got one as well.
But you think it's weird?
No, I don't. Our group chat did though. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
actually.
no, I don't think
that's
it's weird.
That's a mixed
Richard
bag.
wouldn't be seen dead with a private plate on his car. but I would. But it wouldn't have. I wouldn't want to say something like Jess Teds. It'd have to be something like JNT 77, something like that. I don't know, my initials and some numbers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about. But mine said Teds, like T55DDSSS.
Right, okay.
It's giving boy racer.
I ended up getting my own car because me and Jason shared for a couple of years. Well, since we moved into the flat 3 years ago. Because when I was at work still, I got the train every day, so I didn't need a car.
And you live right next to the train station.
Exactly. And we shared, and it was all going fine. But it's more just like, there was only ever the odd inconvenience. And for a while it was like, is it worth getting a second car? Not really, so let's just keep it going. But his offices are moving. I'm out and about a lot more. Even just like coming here so that we can, if we need to come separate or I can drive us or whatever, just better. So I got my own car, so I'm free.
It's
I feel
gorgeous.
free.
Absolutely love it. Right, so I thought I would speak a little bit quickly about my top 10 items that I found most useful being a mother.
Go for it.
Because remember you said to me it'd be good to revisit what you actually use from your baby shower. And I also think this is quite cool if you're listening and you've got a friend that's having a baby shower or you're not sure what to gift. I thought that'd be quite cool.
Absolutely.
Because I wouldn't have had a Scooby-Doo before I had a baby.
And also, there's so much out there that you buy everything, but like you might not use everything you might.
Yeah, and you can always refer back to this if the time ever comes where you need to.
If anyone's
yourself.
watching, by the way, and you're seeing me drink this smoothie, Jess got one as well.
Yeah, tell us
I'm
what it is.
obsessed with this chai berry boost smoothie thing from Juicy. I love it so much. I would have it every single day.
It's really nice.
Really good.
Great shout. I think I should firstly give a little shout out to Sister Method, who I know you guys know how much I love them, and I'd love to get them on the pod, by the way, one time. But
Definitely.
They came and helped reorganise my nursery and just give my whole house a complete revamp and gut, as they do once a year. So yeah, they were amazing and just helped setting up and visualising where things go, because one of them is a mum and one of them is going to be a mum. So she has had a nursery. She knows where you're going to want something in a drawer and what's useful. At the time, I was so overwhelmed. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Also, you've only got so much brain capacity, I think, in situations like that.
And when you're so massively pregnant as well and you're nesting, you need help. You want to do that whole gut your bedroom and everything, but
you're not getting up ladders where you shouldn't be.
No, but they were amazing help for me. And I actually did lay on the bed for a lot of the time speaking to Katie with the pregnancy pillow in between my legs, just chatting away, asking her every question under the sun. But yeah, and I was just going, chuck, keep.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was amazing. And my nursery, you might have seen that. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. I would live there.
Yeah, really good. Can't recommend Gary from, I think it's JSJ Joinery, who did all my panelling and my alcove thing. Really good. Right. Number 1, zip sleep suits.
Right.
Yeah.
Much more practical.
Without a doubt. They've got a zip that come up the way to change the nappy in the night when you're knackered, and just take it off. There's nothing you want to do is poppers at 3 a.m.
You're doing them up wrong at 3 a.m.
God, trust me. Yeah. And then he's getting irritated because I did it wrong. Can't be arsed. Now, this is obviously how they sleep. And one thing that I was confused about is what do you put them to bed in? Like, how many layers do you put them on? And a good guide, somebody said to me, is one more layer than what you would.
Okay,
Pretty
that's
much.
good.
Especially if you take them out of the house as well. But he loves to be swaddled. So a swaddle blanket, or you can have swaddle suits, or you can have the sleep bags.
That star thing's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, he doesn't like that though.
The yellow thing.
Oh, yeah, love that. Star blanket. Crumble and something. I'll link it in our newsletter. But it's really good. But a swaddle blanket, he loves to be like arms by his side. I feel like in the night when he's fidgeting around, he's scratching his face, and that's when he wakes himself up. So when he's like a mummy, he sleeps a lot longer, I notice. Dummies, mam dummies. Another question, I was like, how's long's too soon to introduce a dummy? But I did it on, I think, day like 7. And he only has the mam dummies, and apparently they're the best from like orthodontist point of view for their teeth when they get a bit older.
Aye, because isn't it if you have it for too long and if you suck your thumb, it makes your teeth stick out the way because you're like
think so.
Bending them.
Yeah. Number 4, if you are expressing or you've got a baby with reflux, I really like the Dr. Brown bottles. They've got like a green suction thing in the middle where it's like helps the airflow. And good if you express. I'm using the Medela pump, by the way. It's okay. It's really good, but it's not hands-free enough, but it's definitely the best for getting the milk out of me.
Sucking it out.
Yeah. Now, this one's a luxury essential, but I fucking love it. It's the Bini Bamba sheepskin liner.
Oh, yes.
You put it in the pram, but he has it in his over his docketer, in his snooze pod. He will not go anywhere in his bassinet without lying on this fur. And it's self-regulating fur because it's real sheepskin.
He's bougie and fair fucks him.
Yeah. It's amazing. I really, really recommend it. He loves it. Number 6, an angel care bath. So what you put them in the bath. It's like 20 quid.
I bathed him on my own, by the way, just to let everyone know, and he had a great time.
He did love it. And you dip the muslin in the water and pop it over them so it keeps them nice and warm.
He likes the bath,
He loves,
like his mum.
Loves the bath. That's why he stayed inside me so he could become a Pisces little fish, not an Aquarius. And also, by the way, I did actually get into the water, guys. I had 5 hours of a water bath, if you like. Not a water bath, but you know what I mean?
Water bath experience.
I got to experience it.
Yeah.
And it was the best 5 hours of my life. And I say to Zoe, I can't listen to David Gray without crying my eyes out again.
That's a shame because we're going to see him.
Are we going to see him, aren't we?
We are.
What date?
5th of May.
Wow. Grow egg room thermometer. And a bath thermometer. You got one in your baby box. Nappies. Such a hilarious chat. But listen, everyone will tell you to get the Aldi ones and little ones and all that. And they are good. But I'm sorry, but Pampers are the best.
You're a Pampers fan?
Yeah, I am. They don't leak. They are better. They fit better. They fit better around the sides. I know they're expensive. And I do actually really love the little ones. It's the one with a little animal on the front, if anyone's a mum. But Pampers pisses myself off. Nappy cream. I love the Walida nappy cream, and it's got an ingredient in it that begins with C. I've tried them all, guys. You know what I'm like. I bought every fucking one. You got nappy rash for 2 days. I lost my shit. Couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God.
I'm a terrible mother.
What do I do? Put this one on. It's got, I can't remember what the ingredients is called, but it's a yellow and white tube, and it is the best. Cleared up overnight. Overnight.
We don't need soda cream.
Nope. No. It cleared up overnight. It was amazing. He got baby acne on like week 2 or 3. And again, I'll listen to TikTok and all the flipping water, micellar water and all that shit that they put on it. I didn't do any of that, and it cleared up within like 2 weeks. So just leave it if your baby gets acne. Or put your breast milk on it, apparently.
All right.
And last but not least, a white noise machine with a red light. I like the You and the Sheep one, or the Lumi one that you got me that hangs on the pram. He loves to be shushed, so like the shushing noises. Shh. And I would say if you're buying someone for like a baby shower, you also got me the rocket that you attach to the pram. Mm-hmm. It's basically, it rocks the pram when you're not around. I think that's a really good gift that you can get someone. I really love that. I'll use that a lot. Richard likes that as well. And that's it, really. I bought myself a wet wipe warmer, which was really essential because he screamed his tits off when he has a cold bum. But yeah, that's what I just thought I'd say that to you, because they're my top favourite things that I think I can't live without at the moment. Obviously, of course, from the pram and the cot and my tits, but...
Well, the essentials, whereas these are wee things that you can dip in and out
yeah,
of,
and you
really.
can buy... I definitely would buy people zip sleep suits.
I got you some nice ones from Asda, by the way.
They were my favourite, but they're too small for him now. And they were his favourite ones. Would you like to buy me the size up?
Yeah, what sizes I get? Newborn?
You got me up to 1 month, which was amazing at the time because everything was too big.
Right, so we're on the next. Right, that's noted.
I think he's got big feet.
I think you've got quite big feet.
Yeah, I'm size 6.
For your height? Well, I don't know. For your height, maybe?
6.5, actually. I think I'm a 7 now. They say that your feet grow in pregnancy.
Are they a 7?
Yeah.
But they don't look that big, whereas that's a 4.
I'm definitely a 7 in points.
Oh, right.
You know, because the toes are wide.
Some...
the fills are filling.
I've not worn anything but a point heel in a long time. If I get my toes out, I think I would freak out.
Never. Couldn't do it.
I love a point.
Right, so have you watched anything nice on TV? Nice.
I don't know if I would say nice, but I watched that Adolescence that everyone was talking about.
Same.
That had a deep meaning.
It did.
Which
Thoughts?
I didn't really pick up on.
No, you didn't. You were like, so did he do it or not?
The problem is, right, with something like that, see if you look at it from the wrong angle.
Yeah.
See, because if you've watched it, you know what I mean. If you've not, sorry, spoiler. But at one point when they brought the other boy into it, I then was looking at it, who done it vibe.
Right. When he said that he gave him the knife.
Yeah, so then I was a bit, that's kind of what I was waiting on.
Okay.
Was a twist that actually he didn't do it.
Right.
Whereas actually it was all about why he done it, not who done it. and
Yeah, it's very big deep meaning about
misogyny.
There was a lot of deep meaning about it. And you know what? As a mother now, with a son, I definitely did watch that a bit differently. At the end, I was really crying.
Yeah, like I wasn't overly moved, but I think I was just looking at the wrong angle, and I'm not in the position.
It was when Stephen Graham, when he was crying on the bed and hugging his pillow saying like, sorry, son, like as if he'd failed him. And but that's the thing with the internet. We won't be able to manage with what everyone consumes when we're not around. And you think that you're teaching your children all the best morals and values in life, and you can do all that till you're blue in the face, but they can go away and scroll something for 20 seconds and consume something that is quite terrifying.
And something that will make them do something or say something.
Make them believe something. Or it's a bit of a cult of men, isn't it, that believe that women... Is it got the 80-20 where they believe that 80% of women are not attracted to 100% of men? I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
It's something like only a big percentage of women find a small percentage of men attractive.
80% of women are attracted to 20% of men. That's it. And they blame women that they basically haven't had a shag. That is basically it.
Yeah.
They think women are the devil because you're the one that's making them feel emasculated, and they hate you for it, and then they take revenge. And they have this cult online that we are the issue.
Yeah.
Because of how things have changed over time, where women are getting more independence, and there's just a lot more, everything's different in the workplace.
Well, it's just people that believe that the olden days are still what it should be. We should just be at home cleaning and cooking.
Yeah.
With nothing to our name, like no money, no assets or nothing, and the men should have all that. That's... People are still exist like that, obviously, so that's what it's all about.
This morning when he asked me why the bed wasn't made. Get yourself to fuck, mate. No, keep it in. Hope he hears.
Anyway, I did like it. I would recommend watching it.
Do you know how it was filmed? Murray probably like that. Yeah, is that what it's called? I wanna. Very cool. I wonder how they do that,
What do you
Marie.
mean by that?
So there was never any scenes. It was the camera just followed continuously. There never was a cut. It was one shot.
What if they made a mistake?
Shut up.
What, start the whole thing again? From the start of the programme?
But Zoe, that's why that scene, understand. That's why that scene with the therapist, with the boy and the woman, which can I just say was one of the best bits of acting
that was unbelievable.
Ever. Did you know that's his first time he's ever acted in front of big cameras before?
So I've seen a lot about this, right? And then I've also seen other people say, signed by a big agency and all that, he has acted before.
Yeah, but he's never acted on TV.
Yeah.
But I think that took like 3 takes to do that. They shot it 3 times and they picked the one that was the best.
I need to know, do you mean that all 4 episodes were shot in the one time?
No, so they shot 1 episode at a time.
And a winner.
Number
2 and a winner. Yes. Right, okay.
Or something like 6 weeks.
Yeah, of course, people do it on a stage. So yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Imagine if you fucked up your lines.
I'd get the giggles so awful. The pressure would get to me.
No. But I want to know, Maureen, just quickly, you know when the camera moves and somebody then it's the next scene, do they go like 3, 2, 1 now walk?
Yeah, they've timed it all out.
Wow.
They spent something like 5 days in rehearsals for each episode, and then they had to go for it and do it live.
Got it. Okay, so at least they rehearse it.
2 or 3 takes a day, and 1 day at most. And if they messed it up, they'd have to move down with it.
Have you done that kind of work before?
No.
Scary?
Oh, yeah.
Hard?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Hard.
Right, next one, White Lotus.
That's the weirdest fucking programme to ever exist.
Meant to be weird though. It's all psychological and it's honestly about watching every single character and working out all of their issues, basically.
Have you finished season 3, was that?
Yeah.
Me too.
Spoiler alert incoming.
The 3 women.
Yeah.
The friends.
I found that quite fascinating.
Me too, but I was kind of like, it doesn't really go, like, some of the relationships don't go anywhere. So, like, we've just experienced something and then they're just all happy at the end again. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. That is very much like women in their 50s going back together after living a life where each one has a different life path. One's successful, one's had a failed marriage, and one's just a bit of I'm just happy, just people pleasing everybody.
Yeah.
And then they have their Barney and then one's jealous over the other. lies, deceit, and then it all comes down to the fact that actually they love each other, they're friends for life, and they're jealous. One of them's jealous of him. I don't know. It was a lot of deep meaning to it. I found the brother wanking off the brother the most disturbing scene of TV history for me.
Why did that happen?
Why did that need to happen? Why? The writers fucked up for that.
That's sick. What I need to know is like who's in charge I mean, I could find that in the credits, right? But who's in charge of the music of all these seasons, because it's the best part about it. But the music in all three of them is different.
Is it?
But it's like more, it's to the country they're in.
Oh.
Right? But it's all the same sort of vibe, like just those noises.
Yeah.
But that really makes you think a certain way.
It does. Maybe it does. Maybe it does something to your brain.
It does. Kind of like hypnotising you into like what they want you to think and feel in this episode.
And it's funny because Richard doesn't like all that stuff, but he was like, I'm addicted to that White Lotus. I want to watch
it's intriguing.
But
You're about like what's going to happen
really
here.
like it was a big thing at the end, but you didn't finish the episode like, whoa.
That's what I mean though. It's so much happens and there's so much like character detail going on that you're waiting for how they all connect and all that, but that's not what happens.
No, you're right. Well, they connect a little bit.
A wee bit.
The dad of who was your favourite character? Because I think they purposely make them all unlikable. But I really liked Chelsea. I thought she was really daft. She's in sex education.
I liked her. Who goes out with the old guy?
Yeah.
I liked her, but I also liked the mum of the family.
That accent.
Because she was so fucking weird.
She was weird.
And why was she so just like staring at them all, smiling all the time? She didn't really bring anything.
No, she didn't.
But she was funny.
Sorry, but how about her husband being Malfoy's dad from Harry Potter?
I wouldn't know that. Don't like,
long white hair.
I don't like Harry Potter.
You know who that is, though?
Yeah, but I couldn't even picture the face right now.
His. With a wig. Last of Us started again yesterday, Monday. You didn't watch that though, did you?
No.
God,
Is that like zombies or something?
Yes. Yes, it is zombies. Clickers. The ones where I said that my Yorkshire pudding looks like them, yeah. Honestly, a brilliant TV show.
I should watch that, do you think?
Yeah, I think you'd like season 1. But I think it's one of those things though where like everything, a bit like Lost. Do you remember Lost?
Yeah.
Where it's really fun and cool at the first episodes where it's a bit more simple.
Mm-hmm.
And then things get a bit dark and there's loads of like gangs get introed and gangs come in to play and it's a bit like, who the fuck are they? What are they called?
Going on.
What's the Fireflies? I'm like, what? I know that's the whole point of it, but
Is
there's
there a lot of episodes, a lot of seasons?
just one season so far, but season 2's come out.
Right, okay.
Handmaid's Tale's back.
I fucking love The Handmaid's Tale. That and Stranger Things are joint top season of all time for me.
Yeah, I can't believe you like Stranger Things.
Me
but
neither.
Handmaid's Tale.
Or Game of Thrones is up there.
What?
Can you believe it? I know.
Zoe.
But then fling friends in, do you know what I mean? Like nudes.
Do you know what else I was watching as well, just while we're on the television subject? Is it 1843 or something like that? Yellowstone's first bit. God knows what the date is, but
I've not watched Yellowstone either.
Richard's got it on the TV and I'm, when I'm just like, looking up and watching it. I was never like that with Yellowstone, but this one I quite like it. I'm quite on board. Because, Atlas from The Last of Us, he's in it. And he's so gorgeous.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm. He's gorgeous. Right, let's just round this off with products. Right, products we talk about a lot on Patreon. I know you guys ask us our skincare recommendations, makeup, everything, hair. We talk a lot of it over there, but we are going to speak a bit more of it in the main because we know that's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And last season I said I'm not going to buy anything until everything's empty.
I'm just going to stop you before you reach for that bag. You're not getting it.
Okay, I won't get it.
We're not showing and telling today. We'll do that next week.
All right then, perfect. Okay, fine.
Just a few mentions.
Okay, fine. God damn it. I'm shaking.
There's 2 full bags here, but they can wait.
Of stuff. That was my makeup bag. But basically, there's I've bought a fair few things since this baby's come out of me. I'm like, I want to have my glow up. There's things that I couldn't use in pregnancy.
Yeah.
There's things that not necessarily can't use. My skin was just so good in pregnancy, which is a positive, that I kept it quite simple. I just used two things.
Yeah.
Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream and La Roche-Posay Cleanser. That was it, pretty much. And when he's out now, I'm like, right, I'm going to start using retinol again, all that, blah, blah, blah.
Fair enough.
And I am using a breastfeeding safe retinol, which I didn't know existed, but it does.
Oh God, I'd never thought of that.
It does. There is one that is, and I'll share it with you next week. It's quite pricey. So, and there's a couple of things that we've tried that we don't rate.
Can't believe it.
So, shall we talk about this on this episode or next week?
We'll save it for next week.
Okay, juicy cliffhanger. Right, I've got lots of things that you're going to love. Some budget, some splurge, and then some things that we definitely don't think you need to splurge on from our point of view.
Our opinion.
Our opinion.
Which is correct. Are you going to tell us any today?
Oh, you told me not to.
Keeping it all for next week?
You told me. I can't.
Okay, fine, let's do it next week then.
Tease.
Will we end with some nice listeners' messages?
Yeah. And send us in your dilemmas. We love doing that. Again, we do that a lot on Patreon, but we'll dive into big, juicy dilemmas in the main as well.
We love the dilemmas.
We actually do. They're my favourite episodes.
Me too.
I'm sorry if you can hear me slurp through the microphone.
We're just needing a wee protein fix, you know?
Yeah.
Right, we've got a few here that are just nice, feel good to end the episode, and we love to hear it, okay? Finally wrapping up my healing journey from my breakup that was nearly a year ago. Fucking love it, sis. You go, girl.
You go, girly.
Also, see if I went through a breakup, fuck it, taking a year.
Fuck that.
That's long.
Yeah, long.
Isn't it? Another one, I'm getting married this week. What the actual fuck? Can you imagine, I know it's not really our thing, so maybe not, but can you imagine planning a wedding for all that time and then it actually coming? Like it ever actually been there?
Okay.
I suppose it's similar to birth, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You wait for a big moment and it's just over.
And it's done. It's like big high.
But then,
There's baby blues and the wedding blues, they're a thing.
yeah, a lot of people get wedding blues on the night. Sorry, we're really putting a dampener on this.
Yeah.
Congratulations, I hope you have a great time.
Sorry.
Me and my boyfriend had our offer accepted for our first home together.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Wait until you find out who has to do all the washing. I'm joking.
Honestly, there's really a lot of pros and cons to having in life, right? You enjoy yourself.
Welcome back to all the positivity and all the great vibes.
Welcome back to a lot on your fucking plate.
Right.
Are you going to say something
Yeah,
else
I'm
now?
going to have to say one more thing because there's a few more things in here, but just one more little thing. There's a trend that I love on TikTok, which I think will be really good for next week. Have you seen it? Where it's someone just taking a video of themselves and it says, I'm bored. Tell me the one unhinged thing that you did.
Surprisingly, I've seen that.
Wow, well done. Now, there's things where they're saying things like, what is the one skincare product that's changed your life? Don't give me the things that are trending. Give me the one thing that no one knows about. What is the one makeup product that you can't live without? I love those sort of videos because the comments are brilliant. Because you're getting new ideas, new tips, whatever. So, I want to know, what is the one thing that you had tried last year, or this year, sorry, should I say, that you are loving so much that we need to know about and you want to tell our listeners? And then we can talk about that when we talk about all our products.
Love it.
Yeah?
And it can be anything from
It can be anything.
makeup, cleaning, clothes.
Yeah, I'd say on that sort of like
Food.
product. Yeah.
But like items, I mean like...
Maybe more like products, not necessarily food.
No, but I mean like a food, like a spatula.
Love
like a
it.
good device.
Love it. Salad chopper.
That is a good one.
It's a really good one.
Don't have one.
Um,
Anyway, yeah,
and then we can
please
talk
do
about
that.
fashion next week as well whilst we're on it.
Okay,
Because
perfect.
apparently blondes can't wear butter yellow. And we
Apparently
say,
they can.
yeah, they can.
No, I'm not sure if I
I
do
was going to
say.
say, even though I tried one on and it looked awful.
Yeah, same actually. Anyway, we'll talk about more on that next week. But thanks for joining us, our first episode back of season 6.
Nice long one for you there. Is that over an hour there? Slay, baby! Missed you.
Well, I'm glad to have you back, Jess. It's
Shall we
been
touch?
sad without you.
Lies. Ding.
God, right, okay. See you next week then.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Remember to like, follow, subscribe and all that good stuff. Bye.
Bye.